we've been stuck in this endless Groundhog Day feeling of every day it's the same stuff. It's another long RPG. It's another limitless, endless, never progressing game. And because of that, I feel like the variety has kind of stagnated here on the channel. This channel has stagnated. Views are down. Engagement is down. Contributions are down. Everything is down. Yes, thank you, Dig McCloud, who is basically being a dark cloud saying, oh, economy is down, inflation is up, everything's terrible. Yes, I heard this a million times. I also heard this during COVID. Yes, I also heard this during everything. You guys, you're a broken record. Okay? And I can't just have that continue. The thing is, it's not like this is going to last forever, because we're in a situation where there are some exciting, interesting games coming out, not only in the next few weeks, but in the next few months. You know, looking long-term at stuff, you know, the Elden Ring DLC, you know, is going to get people excited to see me play that, among many other things coming out by the summer. But we're in March, okay? And the situation that I find myself in, and all of us find ourselves in on this channel every day, is, okay, it's time for stream number 37 of the same game that I've been playing for 7 months. Okay, that's an exaggeration, but, you know, it's going to be samey, same kind of stuff again. Same crowd will be here, which is fine. But at one point, will there be new exciting stuff going on? Oh, there's a new game coming out. Oh, guess what? Reports say it's terrible. Well, I'm not going to play it then. And then we wait. And I continue on with endless long games. And then the next game that comes out is another endless long RPG, right? And then I skip RPGs because I'm playing too many RPGs, and people complain that I skipped the RPGs, even though the RPGs that I'm playing, people are saying are too long and boring. So it's kind of like this endless cycle at this point. I'm playing Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and no one gives a shit. I don't give a fuck. Really. Rebirth, no one's showing up to the streams. It's very low attendance, very low engagement, and very low support, right? At least in the case of Baldur's Gate 3, you can argue the interest in the playthrough has waned over time, but man, people support that game. They like it so much, and they want to see me play it to completion, that they're supporting every single stream. Final Fantasy VII, it's like it jumped off a cliff into the water, onto the narrow shoal rocks down there, and the body is all jarred and ripped apart. I don't know what happened. This is a game that everyone was pumped for, and now it's like no one gives a two shits about it at all, right? I'm bizarrely shocked, because I thought people were going to like it. Really. Very shocked. We have two major things to change and or figure out. Okay? The first is as follows. And this is absolutely 100% official because I've had enough. As of now, after today, because today we're already committed to trying to play Battlefront Collection, I am 100% committing to beating these goddamn RPGs as soon as fucking possible. I am not going to have Baldur's Gate 3 and Like a Dragon endlessly going on these channels. We are playing the fuck out of them. That's the thing. We have to figure out what's the game that I should play next Friday. Now, again, if I had my choice, if I ultimately could just play whatever I wanted, I would play Dragon's Dogma 2. But I'm concerned because I'm getting feedback that I should play Dragon's Dogma 2. But I'm very concerned. We're getting out of RPGs. We're finishing 2. And now we're going to jump right into another one. Now, it is a very different style of RPG. This is an action-based RPG with different gameplay elements, right? But I am nervous it's not going to work. That it's going to be just like everything else. Please explain, because you're making me nervous. I buy the game, we play it 2 streams, and after 2 streams, people are tired of it. And they say, well, oh well. And they stop showing up, they stop engaging, they stop supporting, and I might as well never play the game. All right, I'm going to be honest with everyone. You guys have sadly been desensitized to streaming. You now think that every streamer should just play a hot new game for 2 streams and move on. And the reason that you believe that is because that's what the top streamers do, because they're all fickle. Because the reason that they're sitting here in front of you isn't to put out an entertaining broadcast, it's to print money. Anything for this, right? So I see people on Twitter, well, signing off from my 18-hour stream of Black Ops 4 to get some sleep, but I'll be back in 3 hours for more. It's like, Jesus Christ, some people are just so serious about this shit. I'm not. You guys know that. I play it for fun. I'm a variety streamer. I don't rely on one genre or one style or one IP in order to make all, make my popularity grow or anything. I'm just here to have fun with any game I play. And because of that formula, everyone just believes that's the status quo. Okay? It's not. It's not how it's supposed to be. All right? People who actually care about games will fucking play them till completion. They don't just play a game when it's hot for 2 fucking streams and then drop it on its fucking head. But it seems like that's what's going on with tons of these people these days. They get a game because it's free. The publisher gives it to them for free so they can play it and not have to worry about money investment, right? I would probably be Greg Miller. I would probably be these big time fucking streamers who I don't even want to mention their names because they're assholes and they'll probably talk shit about me on social media if I say anything. Because I know a few of them who already have. I never said a word about them. And when I in general called out on social media influencers, they actually attacked me because they realized that this is their fucking position of power and they rely on the influencer model to be popular and make money. And that if, God forbid, that if I expose it for what it is, they would actually lose money and clout. So they all talk shit about me and try to blacklist me in the industry. But there's a ton of them, guys. A ton of the top people are basically just paid shills. Why do you think they get everything early? Why the fuck did the guys from Kinda Funny Games get Metal Gear Solid 5 early? Were they known for playing Metal Gear Solid? No. Were they even known for being longtime Let's Players? No. They were the guys who got the game early. The golden boys of the industry. These are the chosen people who are going to be the chosen few to represent companies in the future. And you're right, it's becoming this paid for elitist group. And it's not good. It's not good, man. They only play it for 2-3 streams while it's popular. And, oh, fuck that. I'm not playing it any further. They never see the end of a game. That's not who I am. That's never who I've been. I don't follow those trends. I don't do what it takes to become popular. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. It's not me. And it's never going to be me. I'm not going to change who I am to follow the trends of what the top streamers do just because they can get away with it because they're so popular. And it's sad because I think that the gaming industry is really, really faltering because of this. You can't retain interest in a game for more than a few days because every fucking person is on to the next game. If the game industry knew what was good for it, here's what it would do. Stop giving out copies to every top streamer and find 5 people who are going to stick with their game throughout the entirety of the game and actually showcase the full game and how good it is and give them the copies and everyone else can go fuck themselves. Because then what will happen is people will stop with this bullshit of only hyping a game for 2 days and then dropping it. If you're putting on an 80-hour RPG, you don't want people only knowing about the first 4 hours. I'm genuinely upset because we're in a rut now, and I don't like being in a rut. I don't like being in a fucking rut, in a situation where we have all these games going, but no one's happy. You know what I mean? It's like they say you can't please all the people all the time. Well, right now, the only people who are kind of happy right now are the Baldur's Gators, the Baldarians, right? Because I'm playing a lot of that game still, right? So, by the way, I'm just enough of these idiots. Goodbye. Every idiot who just wants to be contradictory in the chat, just say goodbye, okay? Sitting on here on stream, screaming at me, demanding I play other games, like, oh, I want to see Phil play Code Vein. I want to see play Astral Chain. Why is he playing that? Why is he playing Wily Wars? Why is he playing old games? Why is he doing... Shut the fuck up. All right? Fucking idiot. Everyone has to just contradict everything I say, of course. So, that's the deal, is I need to put my foot down and we have to make a big change here in order to get stuff going, okay? I hope this is okay with you, because I know some people are going to be upset. They're going to be like, well, what happened to Final Fantasy VII? Well, what happened is people stopped watching it. That's what happened. People have completely stopped. When I play the game, it's like it's dead in here. People are falling asleep. Very few people are engaging. The support as well. Like, last time I played Final Fantasy VII, all the support came in during the podcast. As soon as I booted the game, nothing. That was it. It was dead. I might as well have been sitting here just staring at a camera like this for 3 hours. In fact, if I actually did that, I think it would have been more exciting to some people because people just don't care about the game, you know? And that's sad because I think it's a fine game. But why am I going to continue on with a game that there is literally no interest in? And that's what I'm getting out of my audience is I'm getting no interest in that game at all right now. she was probably going to come on stream and do a Q&A session with you guys because it's been a while now. You know, it's been a month, if you didn't know, since we did the Dunko Island co-op, and it didn't go anywhere. We stopped doing it, and since then we didn't really think of anything else, right? So we were talking about the various different things that we could do and the ideas that we had, and, you know, we looked up a bunch of games, a ton of games to try to look, and we're like, what are we going to do, right? So finally we came to a conclusion. Some of you are going to like it. Others of you are going to hate it. But I think for those of you who are into seeing us hang out and interact like a couple, right? And to enjoy a game together, which is what it's about, I think you're going to like what we came up with. If you're someone who's very demanding and has all this fucking laundry checklist of shit, things that you absolutely must require of any stream where two people are doing something together in a game, then you're going to be very upset. All right, so just for a warning, there's a small group of people whining in chat that I'm playing this. If you keep it up, you will be banned because I'm not going to put up with people whining just because you wanted to see a different game. Tough shit. All right, I'll tell you right now, if you're one of the laundry list checklist people, just leave. You're not going to like these streams. Don't even bother attending them. All right, because that's not our intention. We're not doing this to be professional grade streamers where Kat is some kind of a veteran at this and everything's perfected. No, instead, it's two of us that want to do stuff together and just have fun. We want to have that social interaction like we have off camera, on camera. In fact, to give you some perspective here, someone left some comments on videos recently. And they said, you know, all the things that you've been describing that you do together on your day off would be great for content. For example, imagine if the first time Kat played Tekken and you were teaching her basics and we got to see her play the arcade mode that you described. That would have been awesome. Imagine her trying this power washing simulator and going through it and having, you know, doing the story of it. That would have been awesome. And this is that. And I'm thinking to myself, does this person not understand that, like, it's okay to have a life outside of a stream? Like, I don't have to have my stream on every moment that I'm out of this room and we're having interaction. Like, when I take a shit, I don't need to have the stream on as the turds hit the water. And as we're cooking, we don't have to see as we're frying and sauteing in the pan. You don't need to see it singe and sear. You don't need to see the smoke coming out of the food that I'm going to eat. I can just tell you that we made it and ate it. You know, it doesn't, not everything has to be broadcast live to an audience. There has to be like a separation of personal and public. And that's a great thing when you have that. Here we go. Because some people are going to like this and some people are going to hate this. All right. So here we go. The game that we have decided on. Slayer left a comment on one of my videos yesterday. He's like, you know, this might work. And I talked with Kat about it, and we were like, actually, yeah, this would work 1,000,000%. I think this is an excellent idea. It's a game that's not very long. It's a game with a very interesting story. It's a game where we could even maybe do some co-op, but I'll explain in a moment because the game truly is co-op, but isn't. It's hard to explain. The game that I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen, no, it's not Singapore Simulator. Stop that right now. It's a game called Beyond Two Souls. It is one of the older Quantic Dream games. It's actually the major one that came out before Detroit Become Human. And if you can believe it, it is co-op, but not really. Allow me to explain what I mean by that, okay? It is co-op, but not really. Okay, so please, I need feedback. Which do you want? I'm down for either. I would play either game. But here's the deal. No matter which game I play, please only give me your opinion if you're going to be here and commit to watching the playthrough. Not, oh, I just want to see the first early stages of it for 4 hours and I'm never coming back. Because if I buy a lengthy RPG and I play it for 4 hours and the interest drops off, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to stop playing RPGs. I'm going to repeat that for all of you. If I buy an RPG because you guys say you want it, and I play the first 4 hours of it and it does okay, and then after that, no one comes back, engages, or supports those playthroughs, I'm going to stop playing RPGs entirely. I will just drop them because I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to have months of my streams inundated with 100-hour games that people really only wanted to see 4 hours of, and then we're never going to come back for. Because that's what's happened with these playthroughs now. Can you imagine? I mean this now. Can you imagine if with Baldur's Gate 3, I had played that in September? Can you imagine that? Because at least the way that I started it in December, I was able to play it all of December and all of January. And then when games had come out, right, then I was able to balance it with those games. Can you imagine if I had played it at a time when there was a zillion other games out too? My God, right? So that's the deal. I need to have people commit to these games and not just say, well, we want this game. Yeah, but the game's 80 hours long and you only showed up for 5 hours, right? So it's got to be one of two things. Either people are going to ask for things they're going to commit to actually showing up and watching and engaging with, or we just play games for 5 hours and drop them all, in which case that's pretty bad, don't you think? That I never finish a game?
Can't believe Phil's still talking about views. Views. Yeah, views.